Can I say something that might feel uncomfortable? A lot of successful women are deeply exhausted and nobody knows. And this goes for all the caregivers, that we have in our society that are mostly women. They are quietly burning out, quitting their jobs, taking less hours because the way that they're operating is not sustainable. You look like you're handling it, your career works, your relationships look fine, you're competent, you're capable, you're responsible. But inside, you're tired in a way that sleep cannot fix. That's who I work with. The last few years have really stretched me in ways that I didn't expect. I published a book and I've gone through some grief alongside, just family issues, and I've gone through financial pressure, relationship growth, and identity shifts. And there were moments I questioned everything. But I realized that burnout isn't about working too much. It's about abandoning myself while I succeed. And high achieving women are very good at this. So what I see over and over again is you don't actually need to quit your job. You don't need a new job. You don't need a new partner. You don't need to move to Bali. You need to realign your nervous system and your boundaries and your internal authority and have that self-trust again. That's the work. So if you don't address this, what happens is you get more reactive, more resentful, more disconnected, and your body starts, screaming at you. Your relationships will feel strange. You feel misunderstood. You start wondering, like, is it me? And, what happened to my life? But really, you're overloaded. So I created Ready, Set, Realign for women who are done performing and are ready to actually feel strong on the inside and realign the outer success with something that feels good on the inside. So we work on nervous system regulation, emotional intelligence, boundaries without guilt, rebuilding self-trust, sustainable energy, and purposeful clarity. It's not about performing, it's becoming the kind of woman who doesn't abandon herself in order to succeed. Now, I only take a small number of women at a time because this work is quite intimate and deep. And there's currently limited wellness funding available that can partially cover this work. So I have 5 spots left. But don't apply because it's available. Apply because you feel ready. And if you want support but aren't ready for a private mentorship, I also have a group coaching program where you learn regulation skills and you can really share that in a group space that feels safe, and see other women going through the same things as you. So it builds this nice sense of community. Now, if you're just curious and want to dip your toes in at this point, you can start small and join the Time Freedom for Women Leaders Masterclass that I host once a month. It's honest, it's practical. I have speakers come in and share their stories and tips around energy and regulation of your nervous system and time freedom. And lastly, I also have a book collective that I'm working on. So I wrote my own book a few years ago and have since put out another book. And this co-author series is another opportunity to elevate women's voices. So you write a chapter, you become published, you step into that thought leadership, that authority. And we're really, through this whole process and this whole program and all of my offerings, we're really getting in touch with that self-trust and that self-authority, so that you can then start sharing your voice from a grounded place. You don't need to burn your life down to feel free. You just need to stop abandoning yourself. And I'm here to really support you through, a system that works, and accountability and support. So if you feel quietly disconnected and you're successful but unfulfilled, this is your invitation. Please book a call if you're interested in even just talking about what's coming up for you lately and what's not working in your life. I can't wait to connect.